Hey guys, what's up? My name is Art. Welcome back to a little rant. It's been a while, maybe a week and a half since I did a rant. And I know some of you guys like my ranting, even though sometimes my rants don't make sense. But I'm going to give you a rant. And this is something I came across this morning. It deals with my alma mater, Western Michigan University. Yes, I did go to college. Western Michigan University is in Kalamazoo, Michigan, which is on the west side of the state. Very highly conservative area. Very highly conservative area. How do I know? I lived there for almost 10 years. Okay. Lots of conservatism. Considering the fact that Betsy DeVos, you might have heard of her. She was the education lead of the education during the Trump's administration. She's from Grand Rapids, which is an hour away from Kalamazoo. So that says a lot. Now, I'm not saying there's no liberals there. I'm just saying it's very heavily conservative. So what happened was there's a soccer team, women's soccer team. No big deal. Why? Student athletes. No problem. 4 students sued Western Michigan University. Why? Why did they sue? Vaccinations. Vaccinations. Interesting. Now, the funny thing is, it's very interesting. If I remember correctly, when I went to a college, it was mandatory that I had to get vaccinated because you're dealing with a whole bunch of different people. You're dealing with thousands of people on a normal basis, so you had to get vaccinated in some way, shape, or form. Either it's meningitis or some other. Your vaccination had to be up to date. So obviously, if you're a student athlete, you should have been vaccinated. But you say you can't vaccinate because it's against God's word and it's against your religion. Now, what happened is Western Michigan, from what I'm understanding, the state of Michigan, all their colleges is mandatory vaccination for everybody. Western Michigan University says student athletes only vaccinations. Okay, fine. Now, student athletes have scholarships. And one thing about keeping your scholarship is that you have to maintain a good standing within academically, socially, and all this other stuff. Now, I'm not saying that you should not follow your religious principles. I'm not saying that. But let me give you an example. My aunt and uncle are ministers of their ministry. Okay, and they go to Africa at least once or twice a year. And they're going to Africa pretty soon. Based upon their religion, they are exempt from taking the virus. Vaccinations, exempt for the vaccination. Based on religious principles. And what happened is they have a document of what is in the ingredients of the vaccination and the reason why these things are not good, not right for the religion, for the religious principles. So did these girls do that? I don't know. See, here's a problem. The stories I'm hearing from this is not dictating, it's just give you a glimpse of the story. Let's see the details. Did they show proof of the reason why being vaccinated is against their religious principles? Did they have a list of the ingredients and why this is unclean? This is from unclean. This is unclean. My aunt sent me something because she was telling me not to vaccinate. And no, I didn't The reason why I haven't vaccinated yet because I'm just lazy. Okay, I'm just fucking lazy. All right, my best friend, who is vaccinated, just got diagnosed with COVID Sunday. He's doing better now. But he got it Sunday. And I was with him like last week too. So who knows what happened. No, I don't have any symptoms except for sinuses. On that, I have some sinus problems, but then again, the weather is changing. The weather affects my sinuses, but that's fine. But that's a different story. So, did they provide a list of what? Did they provide a list? I don't know. They did this. No one's saying anything. I'm trying to investigate. I tried to investigate this a little bit, and I don't see anything. Now, here's the problem. If you're a student athlete and you didn't vaccinate, you have to do weekly coronavirus testing. You have to test every week. So that means if they're playing, if they're on that team, they have to get tested every week because they're religious principles. It never said that they're going to get kicked off the team. It's basically, I don't see anything where Western Michigan University says if you didn't vaccinate, you cannot play. It just says you have to do weekly testing. Now, what happens if the coach says, I'm not going to let you play because of that? That's a different story. I don't see anything right there. I'm just saying that they said they're not going to let us play because we're not vaccinated. But there's lots of information that's missing. And the funny thing is, I'm reading all the replies for this story, during my break, and everybody's like, "Yeah, go, good for you." Great, about 60% says yes, good, fight for your rights. 40% is like, well, if they don't want you to if they say you can't play if you're not vaccinated, that's their choice. That's a conservative viewpoint. A conservative viewpoint says that they could dictate whether you play or not. So if Western Michigan University's soccer team says, because you're not vaccinated, you're not going to play. Okay. That's their word, but you went to court for it. They said they can't tell you, they can't do that, but they can still tell you not to play because they don't have to have you play. You can still be on the team. They didn't kick you off the team. They just said you can't play. You got that test done? I don't know. But anyway, I mean, and the funny thing is that right now, a lot of people's asking me, when am I going back to the office? Are you guys going back to the office? Are you guys going back? And I said, I don't know. At first, I thought we'd be in the office by now. I thought so. But we're not. So what happens, they're talking about, well, the president said that every government employee has to be vaccinated. Okay. I don't have any religious principles to say no. My doctors are telling me, my specialists, all my specialists, even the podiatrist who does podiatrist does feet, my kidney specialist, my diabetes specialist, and my regular doctor saying, Art, you got to take that vaccine. Please take it soon. My dentist even says the exact same thing. So all my medical people are telling me to take the vaccine. I'm just lazy. But if you don't have to vaccinate to go back into the office. The problem is that in the office, you have to socially distance. How are you going to socially distance when there's 20 people in the office in a very enclosed area? You can't socially distance. You can't. And you have to wear a mask at all times. So imagine you're going to have to be wearing a mask inside the office at all times. I don't really like wearing a mask anyway. Contrary to popular belief, I don't like wearing a mask. I don't know anybody who likes wearing the mask. Maybe except for you who's going to rob a bank or something like that. If you was a criminal, you're going to rob a bank or a store or something like that, wearing that mask is great. You will love wearing that mask. But other than that, no one likes wearing the mask. No one does. But the ideal about it is that, okay, and if they say, all right, you're going to have to go, we reporting to the office October 1st. Okay, I'm signing up for it. Now, the thing is, I am going to take the vaccine. I'm going to take the vaccine. Why? Because the Motor City Comic Con is next month in October. I'm going to take the vaccine because of that. One of the reasons why I'm going all 3 days. Saturday is the most densely and populated day where it's wall to wall people. So, and I don't really feel like wearing a freaking mask. They might recommend me wearing a mask, but I might not have to or whatnot. I don't know. But I don't want, I mean, I don't want to be, I want to be kind of protected because of that. So I will be taking the vaccine. I will. Just lazy about it. But anyway, can can somebody tell you you got to take the vaccine? Or if you don't want to take the vaccine, well then you have to test every week. Do I want to get coronavirus testing every freaking week? The answer is fuck no. I don't. So yes, I will be taking the vaccine. Just don't know when. I just got to get off my lazy ass and do something about it. Simple as that. But anyway, I think these four women, I think personally, you made a big deal out of something. I understand that these are my rights, but the problem is, did Western Michigan University tell you you cannot play? I don't see anywhere where they said they couldn't play. As far as I know, Western Michigan University did not say you cannot play. Well, no, they probably say you couldn't play, but they didn't say you get kicked off the team. I don't see them say you can't get kicked off the team. So that's a different story. But let me rephrase that. I don't remember anywhere where it says Western Michigan says that you're kicked off the team, which means you lose everything. It just says they probably say you couldn't play, but it doesn't mean you lose everything. You just might have to ride the pine. You might have to sit on you probably can't travel in the same bus as everybody else. You probably have to travel separately to everywhere because you're not vaccinated. But that's fine. I think you guys made a big deal over nothing, which something that you guys could have worked on something together. But instead you had to go to court and make a big deal out of technically nothing, in my opinion. But guess what? They love people, but those areas love doing that kind of stuff. But anyway, I think personally, I understand where those four ladies are coming from. I understand it. Problem is, why are you doing this? Because it doesn't make sense. Work with the system. If they didn't kick you out, if they said you're going to lose your scholarship or something, then I can understand you going to court. Okay. But as far as I know, I don't see anywhere where Western Michigan University did that in writing because they would definitely got sued. But anyway, that's my rant for today. If you like with this rant, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. If you think I'm stupid, not on topic, don't know what I'm talking about, let me know down below or to the sides, wherever the comments is. If you think I'm kind of on the money or you think maybe you on to something, let me know down below. Let me know what you think about this. And with that being said, rant over. I'm going to get some ice water because my throat is dry. And I'm going back to work. Talk to you later. Sorry. Feel goofy.